welcome back. My name is Sparks, and this is Gamemode 4, the series where we create command block modules that change and modify the gameplay experience. So today's module, as always, can be one-clicked into your world by getting the code from the Gamemode 4 website. And today it's a very simple little module, but one I think really should be in survival anyway. So this is based on a module that was sent to me by E26, but I've modified it a little bit and improved it. So what this basically does is if you install this module into your world, it will allow you to get these small and armed armor stands. So you can take two sticks, and if you throw two of them at the feet of an armor stand, it will give it arms. Let me just get rid of the sidebar scoreboard there. And if you throw a pair of shears at an armor stand, it will shrink it down in size. Now you'll notice the sticks are consumed, the shears are not. The shears don't take durability either. I was going to make it require axes instead of shears, but that would have made this a little bit more complicated than it had to be, I think. As you can see, you can combine it so that they have arms and they have they're small, and if you click on an armed armor stand with a hold item, it will hold it in its hand, which works for the mini ones as well. And they can hold armor as you regularly would expect. Okay, so this is fairly simple. I'm going to quickly go over how it works. This is all running off a hopper clock. It's very smooth and slow, so there's not too much lag caused. And the other trick here is that all of the execution commands are running off the sticks and the shears, because you're much more likely to find sticks, to find armor stands in your world constantly than you are to find sticks or shears on the floor. So first thing we do is we create a GM4 stands scoreboard. And we set any stick lying on the ground, if there are two of them, to have a score of 1. So you can see if I throw a stick on the ground, nothing happens. If I throw a second one, and they stack, then it'll get a score. It initially sets it to 1 here. Then we execute on that stick to set any armor stand, or to set the closest armor stand within 0 blocks of it to have a score of 1 if it doesn't have arms. So if it does have arms, it won't set the score, which is just another little lag reduction there. The next thing it does is the stick then executes on the nearest armor stand with a score of 1, meaning it doesn't have arms, and does an entity data so that its show arms score is set to 1, giving it arms. Now, the next thing we do is shrink it with shears. So now, first of all, we kill the sticks, that's right. So we execute off the stick onto the armor stand to kill any sticks within a radius of 0, or a radius of 1 in this case. So this way, the sticks are then consumed. And then we just do the shears. So we set the stand score of any armor stands or sticks on the ground left to 0. Then we give a score of 2 to any shears lying on the ground, and then we execute off the shears to entity data any armor stand within 0 blocks to have a small score of 1. So that way you can see that the 2 sticks will give it a score of 0, and the shears don't do anything at all to the score, but they get a score of 2 when they're dropped, and that'll happen to any shears anywhere in the world, but it's not really a big deal. It's very simple, very tidy. I think it works quite well. So thank you very much as always for watching, everybody. It's easy to get carried away with Gamemode 4 modules and make them more and more complicated, and the next one coming out probably is the most complicated I've ever done, but it's good to do the simple things as well. Complicated doesn't necessarily mean better, and often the simple things are the best. So I'm really glad to EJ for sending me his version of this module, because it sort of reminded me that you can do simple things as well, and they're still good. So yes, as always, you can download all of this information, or download the modules and use them yourself from the Gamemode 4 website, accidentalgames.com/Gamemode4, and you can also follow the link in the description to the wiki if you want to learn everything about the Gamemode 4 modules. There's a wealth of information on the Gamemode 4 wiki for you to peruse in your spare time. I will see you in the next episode.